Hi, Multnomah Commissioners. My name is Mary Eng. I want to apologize for my previous performance the last time I saw you. I think I was very aggravated by the assault I suffered on June 2nd by a Multnomah crisis call patient who had been released back into my care despite my not being certified as a nurse or a caregiver, despite his homicidal and suicidal inclinations which were reported in 2015. I view this as a 3-year malpractice. And so I don't believe I needed to suffer a homicidal assault by a delusional man. And I believe I have a paper trail to establish that that assault didn't need to happen and that services needed to engage in work. I am nonetheless very happy for the lessons I've learned from it. I also want to start showing you some bruises inflicted on me by a man called Todd Engstrom. I don't know if they are visible, but I'm going to show you anyway. This one was a paw print right there. I was so sore upon being released on June 29th that I couldn't sleep on either side. And the injuries that Charlie Hales, the initiator of this malicious assault, knew about were that my neck was crushed in this position. My trachea is dislocated to the right. And the bruising and tearing of my neck muscles has made it difficult to swallow for about the first 6 days I was on soft liquids, juices, mushy tofu, things like that. And so this didn't need to happen. After I broke free from that, as my neck bones began to crunch, I screamed. Benjamin Pickering released the pressure on me. I was able to run towards a window. Then he would not let me escape. He then put his strong arm of his very strong lumberjack arms around this part of my body. So my ribs were crushed. I had bruising under my breast. I have bruised cartilage at least. I have not been able to substantiate that I have a neck fracture. So I believe there is maybe hairline fracture. Extremely uncomfortable to talk to you today. Swallow anything, breathe, lie down. Extreme pain and discomfort. So when Charlie Hales decides that my advocating for lone vets needs not to be brutalized by Michael Cohen or Mike Miller, G4S security guards, I'm helping to convince lone vet, let's leave the chamber. Charlie Hales has had an anger episode at David Keefe Davis. And so I view Charlie's behavior as somewhat senile and unfortunate. I'm trying to help this lovely gentleman. You guys know my mom's been a nurse for 50 years and my dad was a social worker. My mom's a VA nurse. I'm not going to let a man be left behind and brutalized in City Hall like happened with the Marshman hearing, which I was not there for, as was falsely reported by Amelia Templeton. She's going to correct her Twitter. But I want you to know that ADA rights were not followed. I was brutalized by Engstrom. I had pain compliance, wrist crushing. I was ripped, I was bruised. But I am very fortunate that I was trained as a paralegal at Los Angeles Community College because I'm aware that my constitutional rights were violated, his ADA rights were violated, and my rights as a person suffering post-traumatic stress disorder were violated, and that the DA needs to drop the charges. Multnomah County, you need to get, you guys, Ms. Smith, Ms. Kafuri, please get on the phone and make the DA drop the charges. My mom has Parkinson's, I am her caregiver. I can't afford to be a scapegoat for the O'Day shooting or the Marshman choking, and I am a choking survivor. I was choked by my rapist in 2002. I was severely
sorry about your injuries.
You are. Well, what are you going to do about it? Do you think you're going to let Charlie Hales relentlessly prosecute me to death?
Your time is up.
But what are you going to do?
Thank you.
What are you can't do anything.
Thank you for coming.
Do you have power to help me?
There are other people who are waiting to testify, including our friend.
Will you help me?
Joe Walsh, you're on.